Good morning, class. I'm Mr. Muturi, and I'll be taking you through mathematics revision, that is class 6 for today. Before we start, we have some instructions to read. Before you do any mathematics paper, you need to read the instructions given. Now, for me, I have a rule that governs mathematics, that is Ruta. That is Ruta. R-U-T-A. All of us, let's say Ruta. Ruta. Now, the first letter means read. The second one means understand. The third one means think. And the last one means now you can answer. Now, before we continue, we have some questions here I need us to tackle. The first one is write in symbols. Number one, write in symbols. So, the question reads, what is 30,000? What is 30,000? 404. 30,404. Let's all of us read. Write in symbols 30,404. Now, before we continue, we have read. Now we are supposed to understand what we are being asked to do. Now, the first one is 30,000. Now, somebody to tell me 1,000 has how many zeros? Not 5 at trial. 3. Correct. Now, so we'll first write 30. 30 is 30. Then 1,000 has how many zeros? 3. That is 30,000. 400. 100 has how many zeros? Somebody to tell me? Stop laughing at the back. Yes? 2. Very good. That is 400. 400 is written that way. So we first assign the digits below. We start from the right-hand side to the left-hand side. Let's put the first 0. The other 0 we put there. Then the 4 we put there. Now let's continue. And 4. 4. So we put the 4 below because it is only alone. Now what are you supposed to do? We cannot leave it at that. We add. Now 0 plus 0 means nothing plus nothing. You have nothing. You only have 4 origins. How many do you have? 4. 0 plus 0, you have nothing. What do you have? 0. 0 plus 4, that is 4. You put the 0, add the 3. Just before I forget, we are supposed to, after every 3 digits, we put a comma. On the other side, let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, comma. So our answer is 30404. That is our answer. Now, we go to number 2. Number 2, how many liters? How many liters are there in 40 half liters? Now, our question reads, let's all of us read the first R. How many liters are there in 40 half liters? Now, what is the key word here for you to understand? How many liters are there in 40 halves? 40 halves, not how many half liters, but how many 40 how many liters are there in 40 half liters? Are we together? Yes. Now, so you have small 40s when they are in halves. 40 halves. 40 halves. Now, what are you supposed to do here? We simplify using cancelling method. How many times will 2 go to 40? How many times? By 2, 1. By 2 what? 20. So, it is 20 liters. It is 20 full liters. Now, we go to number 3. Number 3. Number 3. You are told which one of the following is divisible by 5 and 10? A, 125, B, 810, C, 605, and D, 105. Now, our rule dictates that a number is divisible by 5, a number is divisible by 5 and 2 if it ends with 0. All of us, let's read. A number is divisible by 5 if it ends with 0. A number is divisible by 2 and 5 if it ends with what? 0. Now, let's locate these numbers that are adding in our digits. The first one is what? 5. Very good. The other one is what? B, 0. This, our C, the one that is adding is what? 5. And for our D, it is again 5. Now, pupils, I want you to tell me which of the following numbers is only ending with 0 so that it can be divisible by 2 and 5. Which one? Yes, very good. That is 810. That is having 0. So our answer is 800 and what? 10. We go to number 4. Number 4. What is the next number? What is the next number in the pattern below? The first one is 3, 6, 12, 24. Now, as you can see, as we are going to the other side, we are increasing the number. We are increasing the what? The number. Now, from 3 to 6, what has been done here? Somebody to tell me? Yes, a trial. Another one? For 3 to become 6, what have they done? Okay, now, very good. That is, they have multiplied by 2. They have multiplied by 2. I remind you, we can add, or we can do what? Subtract, or we can do what? Multiply, or we can also divide. So now, for our case here, they only have multiplied by what? 2. Now, 3 times 2, which is going to give us what? 6. Now, okay, what have they done to 6 to become 12? Yes, very good. They also have multiplied 6 times what? 2 to give us what? 12. What have they done now to 24 from 12? They have also multiplied by what? 2. That is 12 times 2 to give us what? 24. Are we together? Yes. Now, what are we now supposed to do here? Yes? A trial? A trial? Yes, very good. Now, they only have multiplied. We are supposed also to multiply this 24 times what? 2. What is 24 times 2? That is 84. So our next number in the pattern is 48. Now, we go to number 5. Number 5. A school buys 8 trays of eggs in a month. How many eggs? How many eggs does the school buy? Does the school buy in 3 months? If one tray holds 30 eggs. Now, for our case here, we are first being directed by our rule, that is router. That is what? Router. Now, so we read, all of us, let's read. A school buys 8 trays of eggs in a month. How many eggs does the school buy in 3 months if one tray holds 30 eggs? Now, so our key factor to consider, we are supposed to know about the 8 trays. The 8 trays in a month. You want rain? How many eggs does the school buy in 3 months? In 3 months, if a tray holds 30 eggs. Now, one tray has how many eggs? 30 eggs. One tray has 30 eggs. Now, okay, a school for a month, for 1 month, inanunua ngapi? 8 what? Trays. Now, 8 trays. Now, so what are you supposed to do? You just cross what? Multiply to know how many eggs each. That is 8 times 30 over what? 1. What is 30 times 8? 0 times 8 is 0. 3 times 8 is what? 24. So in a month, they buy 240 eggs. Now, okay, we are asked, how many eggs does the school buy in 3 what? In 3 what? Months. In 3 months. This is for 1 month. Now, for 3 months, you want another 240 for the another month. Another 240 for the other what? The other month. How many months do we have now? 1, 2, 3. For the 3 what? Months. So what are we supposed to do? All together, we add. 0 plus 0 plus 0 is 0. 4 plus 4 is what? 8. 8 plus 4 is what? 12. Carry 1. 2 plus 2 is what? 4. 4 plus 2 is what? 6. Plus what we carried? 7. So, the total number of eggs bought for 3 months is 720. Now, we go to number 6. Number 6. Okay. You are told to work out 351. Now, what is this sign here? This is division. This is what? Division. Very good. Now, okay. 3, you are supposed to divide 351 divided by 3. Now, using this wrong method, 3 will go how many times to 51? Before we continue, we are supposed to read, understand. Now, we have already read. Let's understand. What are we supposed to do? Yes. Using the multiplication table, how many times will 3 go to 5 without a remainder? Yes? Okay, that is 1 because of 3. We subtract. 5 minus 3 is what? 2. This one remained here. We are supposed to drop it there. 3 times what equals 21? That is a trial. Yes, good. That is 7 because of 21. So, the answer is what? 17. That is our answer. That is our answer. We go to number 7. Number 7. Number 7. We are told to work out 3/8 of 24. 3/8 of 24. Now, before we continue, remember our rule, that is rooter. The first one is read. Let's all of us read 3/8 or 3/8 of 24. 3/8 of 24. Understand. Now, of means what? Of means what? Yes, not addition, a trial. Not subtraction, a trial. Yes, multiplication, very good. That is now 3/8 times 24. Or 3/8 or times 24. Now, what are we going to do in our case? Let's use the simplification method we learned in class 5. 8 will go how many times to 24? 8, 1, 8, 3. So, what is 3 times 3? Equals? Yes, very good. 9. 9 is our answer. We go to number 8. 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 We have weeks and days. Weeks. And we have days. Okay. Now, for our case, we learned in class 3 or grade 3, grade 2. We also learned in grade 4. Now, grade 5 we also learned. We have the sum. How many days, before we continue, how many days are there in 1 week? How many days are there in 1 week? Yes? No? That is a trial? Yes? A trial? 7 days. Very good. Okay, now. 1 week has 7 days. 1 week has 7 days. Now, let's read again. 13 weeks plus 4 days. You add to 5 weeks and 6 days. Now, okay. Using that, you're supposed to understand. That is why we have written here 1 week having 7 days. Let's add 4 plus 6. 4 plus 6. What is 4 plus 6? Yes, very good. That is 10. Do we write 10 here? Do we write 10 here and leave it at that point? No. What do we do? Yes, very good. 10 has exceeded 7. So what are we supposed to do? We subtract 7. What has remained here? 3. What is going? How many 7s have we subtracted? How many 7s have we subtracted? It is only 1. It is only what? 1. This 1, we will carry it to the other side as 1, not as 7, as 1, as 1. Now, we continue. 3 plus 5 is what? Yes, very good, 8. 8 plus the one that is we carried, 9. Write 9 there. 1 plus nothing is 1. So our answer is 19 weeks, 3 days. That is our answer. That is our answer after thinking what we do. Okay. Now, we go to number 9. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9. You are told to count and write the number of triangles in the figure below. Write and count the number of triangles in the figure below. Write and count. Now, so let's see the number of triangles that are here. Before we continue, we must use our formula for us now to get this sum correct. Read being the first R, read. Let's all of us read. Count and write the number of triangles in the figure below. Now, understand, what are we supposed to do? Count. We count. And then do what? Write. What? Triangles, not any other figure. Not any other figure. Now, let's start counting. Let's start counting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Somebody to tell me, are we over with what we are doing? Yes, very good. Now, as you can see, we also have another triangle that is here. So big, that is covering the others. That is the triangle. That makes a total of another triangle that is enclosing the other triangles. That is the 7th one. So, how many triangles do we have? They are answer 7. Now, we go to our last question, that is number 10. Which one of the following statements is true? Which one of the following statements is true? Is true. Now, which of the following statement is true? The first one, A, 1 over 5 is greater than 1 over 3. B, 1 over 7 is less than 1 over 9. C, 1 over 10 is equal to 1 over 5. And for our D, 1 over 8 is less than 1 over 6. Now, pupils, let's read first using our formula router. Which one of the following statements is true? Is true. Now, let's understand what we are being asked. What is the key word here? Which is the key word here? It is statement is what? True. Which one is true? Which one is true? Now, as you can remember, when we were in class 5, we learned about fractions greater ranging from descending to ascending or ascending to descending. Now, for our case here, we'll first arrange the greater, the biggest one to the smallest one. The greatest one to the smallest one. Now, before we continue, we said that if a number, if a number increases, it becomes smaller. It becomes smaller. So, 1 over 2 is the first fraction called a half. The other one that follows is what? A third. The other one is a quarter. The other one is a fifth, a sixth, a seventh, an eighth, ninth, and the 10th. This is the greatest one. The one that is having the smallest number here below, it is the greatest one. The one that is having so many numbers there below, it is the smallest. The smaller the number here, the bigger it is. And the bigger the number here, the smaller it is. So now, let's see our answers given. 1 over 5 is greater than 1 over 3. 1 over 5 being here is bigger. Is this true? Yes, it is not true. Why? 5 is having larger amount than 3, meaning 3 is greater. So, this 1 over 3 is greater, not smaller. So, that answer qualifies to be wrong. 1 over 7 is less than 1 over 9. 1 over 7 is smaller or is less than 1 over 9. Is this true? Yes, a trial? Yes, very good. Now, for our case here, 1 over 7 is the one that is greater. So, this one qualifies to be wrong. 1 over 10 is equal to 1 over 5. 1 over 10 and 1 over 5. Which one is bigger, pupils? Yes, very good. 1 over 5. So, 1 over 10, can it be equal? No. Now, we go to answer D. 1 over 8 is less than Nidogo. 1 over 8 is less than 1 over 6. 1 over 8 and 1 over 6. 1 over 6 is greater. 1 over 6 is greater. So, our answer qualifies to be what? D. qualifies to be D. Now, before I leave, I have a question for you just to tackle till next time. Our question reads, which one is greater? Which one is greater? 1/7 or 1/2? 1/7 or 1/2? That is all we had for today. I'm Teacher Muturi. Always remember Ruta, again, Ruta, and again, Ruta, which means read, understand, think, and answer. Stay tuned to Uvoro TV. Goku Nigwetu.